Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another very exciting session of Candid Mina. And today we'll be discussing, very interesting topics today. And there's an update with regards to Govinda's and his wife's divorce. And also in international affairs, you had a very heated discussion between President Trump and Zelensky of Ukraine. So that was very hilarious to see that whole drama which unfolded in among both the leaders. Yeah, so it is over to you.
Yeah, welcome, friends. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Welcome.
And yes, what Jaydev said is that the Trump Zelensky shouting match was indeed quite hilarious. The meeting happened at the Oval Office with US President Donald Trump. He appeared to have not deterred Ukraine President Zelensky. Now, in the joint press conference and signing ceremony, which was for a deal on rare minerals, was cancelled, with the US officials telling Ukrainians to leave today's underscore that it is critical for us to have President Trump's support. Now, in this, what we noticed was there was this heated talk because what we all noticed was that Zelensky was trying to show as though Putin was to blame for everything, and he was acting like a very high-handed. And everybody knows that this man is responsible for the war that not only destroyed so many people and displaced so many people, made children orphans, and these orphans were then later trafficked. So all we can say is this man is more like a mass murderer. And if he thinks that he can negotiate at the table, is something very, very, silly, because he doesn't have anything to, even bargain. And you saw the way the people were mocking him because of his, what you call stupidity. And many people were saying that, see, he's another Pappu, the Pappu from Ukraine. So you all know who we are referring to. And Trump was very clear about not only telling him, putting him in his place, but he also, he's taken so much money from USA, and not all of it has been returned. And he's got a huge palatial house now. He's got a huge palatial house. The fact is that he sold the country and its people for money, and also the fact that he reminds us of Dr. Faustus, who sold his, sold to the devil. So, in fact, many of the people were actually enjoying this sort of interaction between Trump and Zelensky, and also the person who asked him, "Why aren't you wearing a suit?" So he said, "I'll wear it. When we get peace, I'll wear a suit. Maybe not as expensive as yours." So he was also being sarcastic from his side. But this was something many people really enjoyed because of his silly arrogance and the fact that he has absolutely no political experience. He was just propped up by the deep state to achieve their ends, and he was being encouraged by Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Biden. Yeah, back to you, Jerry.
Yeah. So what is very interesting is that in this particular case, Donald Trump knows that, Trump is quite clear that he wants to make America great again. So whatever policies he makes it in a way that America is benefited, whether it is relations with India, Russia, or China. He makes sure that the American economy is back on its tracks after the way Biden and Obama, completely mismanaged the country of United States. And also the fact that there are so many billions of dollars the Biden US government gave to Zelensky. And this money is said to have reached back to the hands of the Democrats back in the United States. So you can see that, this guy Zelensky was a puppet of the deep state. And as far as Trump is concerned, he is also quite interested in the rare earth minerals in Ukraine. So he was trying to crack a deal on that with Zelensky, but Zelensky does not want peace, because he is of the he is quite selfish. He has made a lot of money, and he has put his country. He has destroyed his country, right? So many people, so many Ukrainians killed because of this guy. So it was quite interesting to see that how JD Vance and Trump put him in his place.
And
So
also, it's
yeah.
also funny that he speaks about Ukraine as though he is Ukraine. A stupid, misguided person who takes the country towards its doomsday, and he says that he is Ukraine. So our people will decide. Our people, where are your people? You have pushed them all out, or you have bombed them, or you have thrown them to the dogs, and then you say these people are standing with you. Certainly not. And let's take a few comments coming. Very nice ones. XP says, yes, that was fantastic TV, as Trump said. And Trump puts Zelensky in his place. And Lena says, this joker has really ruined this country. This is what happens when people elect a man who has no political experience. Yes. XP says, it was as if Trump and Vance were telling off a naughty teenager. And agree with the Trump stand, but Trump should not have commented about his clothes, says P. And Lena says, he said 100 million never reached Ukraine. Where did that money go? Perhaps to build that Sheesh Mahal, like what Up did. So to build his own luxurious home. Zelensky was meeting a president and should have made an effort to wear a suit or something presentable. Look at the lousy way he has dressed. And it was a formal meeting. Yes, absolutely. Putin and Trump will have him removed as time goes by. You're right, Jaydev. Zen is a part of the deep state. Yes, absolutely. And friends, before we go on to the next topic, we at 8:35 we'll be discussing problems that people face, and it'll be live. So do join us. And today's topic is that what happens when you lose your job? What do you do? To counter it. So please do join us live at 8:35, and also talk about your own experience and what kind of solutions you have also done in order to combat it. Yeah, back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, and this is with regards to Akshay Kumar. And Akshay Kumar, he was recently seen, and he's, featured in the film called Kannappa. And now Akshay Kumar is seen in a video clip. He is embracing the shivling, which is very very surprising that this guy is just seen hugging the shivling in a video. And if you remember back then, in an old video, Akshay Kumar had clearly said that wastage of important food items like milk and oil, in an effort to appease the Almighty, it should not be done. And Akshay also said, where is it written that God has asked these items to be devoted to his idols? And so you can see now how the double standards of this guy is coming out again in the open, right? So he was seen hugging the shivling. And then, many years back, he said that why waste milk, on, giving puja for Lord
Abhishekam.
Shiva.
Yes.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Abhishekam, yes. So, and he did he dipped himself in the Mahakumbh. So now, all these great actors of Bollywood, they realize the power of Sanatan Dharma, and now, they are cowing their heads down, right? So, yes.
Yeah. So, and everybody, funny thing is, Jaydev, you see, you'll find that everybody is talking about now only Sanatana Dharma, going to temples, going to, the Kumbh Mela, because I saw this nephew of, Govinda. His wife was saying that, even she got a surprise marriage thing in a temple, So all of them now want to be termed as Sanatana Dharma people. So it is really, very, very, yes, not double standards. It's a desperation. After having so much wealth, he's after more and more. Trump means business action only. Yes, absolutely. And he's not after money. See, one thing very important, Rajalakshmi and Leena and XP, is that, he's a very satisfied man. Unlike many of our politicians who run after money and make 10 or 11 houses in their, tenure, and, have NGOs and all that. This man is a very satisfied man. Even now, you know the fact that, see, Bill Gates has bought McDonald's, and everybody is scared because he has a habit to tamper with, living things. And now whether it will happen to the cattle and the, sheep, is also something that's, worrying people. And look at, he has sold some most of his shares of Microsoft and gone to McDonald's. So this itself shows that the man's greed, he's not, he's almost going to, hit this thing, but he's running after money as though there is no tomorrow, you know. And XPS says, so true, Binaji, Trump is not there for money, he is there for the people. Yes, absolutely, he's a patriot. Yeah. So moving on to, the evolution of Gauri Khan as a interior decorator is really very, very humorous, because apparently when Shah Rukh Khan was, planning to design his Mannat, and so all this is put in their copy book, which is all about my life in design. So she shares how Shah Rukh and she faced financial struggles, as he recounted in the foreword. After purchasing the house, they found themselves unable to afford furnishings due to their tight financial situation. And he reminisces about the early struggles of owning Mannat. He said, we had not too much money. As soon as we mustered up some money, we said we have to buy a bungalow. We managed to buy, which was one thing, but when we had to rebuild it because it was kind of broken, and then we didn't have the money to furnish it. When Khan and Gauri first planned to hire a designer for Mannat's interiors, they quickly realized that the fees would surpass their budget. He recalled, we called upon one designer, but the lunch that he served us while telling us how we should design the house was more than the salary I used to earn in a month. We were like, this guy will charge us a lot, so how do we do this house? The only person to turn was Gauri. Why don't you become the designer of the house? So actually, Mannat started like that, and she started with the whole aspect and has now gone into design and designing anything and everything that we buy in the house. So, which also explains how immature she is, because if you look at her designs, you'll find that there is absolutely no coherence, in the way things are placed or not. So you know that she is just someone Shah Rukh Khan propped up, to decorate his Mannat. So let's go to some more comments. Yeah. Never believe these actors, be it Bollywood, Hollywood, Telugu would. Yes. Our actors, cricketers, sports players all chase money. Multimillionaires, our business establishment, they also chase money. I agree, Lina, but about the actors and the cricketers. Yes. And also, one thing here, when you say cricketers, friends, it's also a fact that, see, just like Bollywood, these people are, at the drop of a hat getting divorced, and these women who they're divorcing are getting really, really wealthy. That's also happening as a byproduct. Here in UK, it's the politicians that chase money. Yes, and apparently now Zelensky is being, welcomed into the house of the UK Prime Minister. So there are many people to hug him, and console him after the shameful, experience he's had in Trump's hands. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit that like button below and share this video with your friends. And also the fact that with regards to SRK's Mannat, so now it has become quite a fashion in Bollywood that they will weave some kind of rags to riches stories, so that they'll get some sort of sympathy, and they think that the common man will sympathize and identify themselves with their struggles which they had in the past. And this is a new technique which they have been incorporating to get some sort of sympathy from the common people. Uh, our ghazal singers, renowned singers, all are same. Yes, starts and ends with money. Doctors, lawyers, politicians. Yes.
Yeah, in
So
fact, when you say this, Lena, I was just, thinking about a discussion I was having with somebody. what we wanted to do something that is good for society. And I was just discussing it with some people, and I found that the complete tone is focused on money and not the aspect that it's something for society. So even people today are so bothered only about working for themselves and making money for themselves. They forget about society and the people we live with. So important that we also contribute something back to society, isn't it? We are taking so much from them. We should be like the trees, isn't it? The trees, they grow everywhere, and they also give you so much of fruit. What do you do for the trees, isn't it? So these things are really very sad. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, and it is with regards to Govinda and his wife Sunita. And as all of you know, that there is divorce rumors that after 37 years of marriage, they claim to part ways. So now the latest is that Govinda's manager Sinha held Sunita guilty of escalating the matter in a recent interview. He said that what she said was too much, resulting in widespread rumors, and he confirmed that there is friction. The public must wait for a few days before speculating on legal involvement. He mentioned, Sunita ma'am said a lot of things in interviews. She said too much. This is the result. And Govinda sir, there is friction. There are only business talks going. I'm in the process of starting my film, said Govinda in an interaction with media. And Govinda's nephew said, not possible. They will never do this. And even though both Govinda and his wife is not openly admitting that they might be, parting ways, it seems that a lot of things don't add up in the over the past few months. How Govinda got his leg shot by a revolver which fell down, and the revolver
Shot itself.
shot itself.
Yeah.
So that kind of story is like
Like
it's
the
quite,
half of the knife inside Saif's body.
yeah. So it's quite very very suspicious as to what is happening with this case,
You
with
know,
Govinda's case.
yeah, yeah. In fact, Jaydev, a very interesting thing is that, see, I was just watching a few minutes of this Curly Tails lunch with, Govinda's wife. And, sometimes I think these people act like parasites because this lady, if she's been living separately from Govinda for so long, I don't know why she was dropping Govinda's name at the drop of the hat every time. He likes this and he likes this. He likes this food and he likes that food and he likes this. You guys are not even together. Why would you worry about what pickle he likes and what pulao he likes? So, which means it's such a selfish society where you remember after SSR died, that Ankita Lokande, how many years she has been only talking about the experience, even in Big Boss, and crying and shouting and doing acts and all that. Similarly with this other Riya Chakravarti. So these people have been living off some people just to make their money. And this lady is an example of why, if you're separated from him, leave him alone, let him live his life, isn't it? But that's not happening because, see, the moment they are divorced, then people will start asking her questions because Govinda seems quite chubby and cheerful and happy with whatever he is doing. But this lady seems rather disgruntled. So the questions will all point towards her. Minoti says Zelensky is loathsome. Yeah. And Lena says if they're not living together, it's as good as divorce. Absolutely. Hollywood, Bollywood, only money and divorce material things. Yes, I watched that too. She does have a good sense of humor. Yes. Also, the fact that, see, as you said, it's a very good point that Lena makes. If they're not living together, it's as good as divorce. And here I would like to tell you that, see, I was just watching this. What's her name? This girl who got married to Karan Johar's protege. Yeah, Kiara and her husband. So, they are newly married and they say now that she is pregnant. Now, is she pregnant the Alia Bhatt way, Deepika way? I don't know. because that is the new way, Bollywood way. Now, what I noticed was in between this couple, there's absolutely no love. It's like Saif and Kareena. They're walking as though they're not even friends. So, what kind of relationship, what kind of plastic relationship exists here? And how can they even face themselves in the mirror? If you're not yourself, if you're wearing 100 masks in a day, how do you actually face yourself at home? So, this sort of, behavior is absolutely shocking. And then for photo shoot purposes, then you have them looking, all ba ba ba, looking, all dewy eyed. So, and Minoti says, shame on this clown. She's still stuck on Zelensky. I think. We have many clowns like this, Minoti, in India also, who are trying to make Modi ji's life hell.
Yeah, and they look alike. And
Yes, absolutely.
so he
Yeah.
looks,
Now,
yeah, very similar to
yeah,
him. Yes.
yeah. Apparently now the two people who have been fighting tooth and nail. We're talking about Kangana and Javed. Have finally buried the hatchet personally, professionally, and legally as a lyricist. Settled the defamation case after the Manikarnika actress extended an unconditional apology for her statements made in the past. So let's not forget that a huge, box of, some notes would have also changed hands. Otherwise, this thing would not have come to an end. And as you know, Kangana is very, very sensitive about her, her position as a politician. So, I'm sure she would have made sure that Javed is smiling from year to year with whatever she would have given him. Now the BJP MLA shared a picture of the two of them saying, "Today Javed ji." Now it's not Javed ji, and I have resolved our legal matter, defamation case through mediation. In the mediation, Javed has been very kind and gracious. He also agreed to write songs for my next directorial. This is the funny thing about these people. One minute they are fighting like tooth and nail, and the next minute they're hugging each other like they are partners. Now, calling her statements a result of misunderstanding, she told the court, "I apologize for the inconvenience caused to Javed Akhtar, who is one of the senior most members of the film fraternity, and I have high regard for him," as per a report by Live Law. In 2020, in a television interview, as quoted by MSN, Kangana, in an explosive revelation, said, "Once Javed called me to his house and told me, Rakesh Roshan, father of Hrithik, and his family are very big people. If you don't apologize to them, you will have nowhere to go. They will put you in jail, and eventually the only path would be that of destruction. You will commit suicide." These were his words. He shouted and yelled at me. I was shaking in his house. The emergency actress further claimed that he called her and Rangoli to his house and intimidated them. However, Javed Akhtar refuted all claims and called them a lie, filing a defamation case against the actress. However, in December 2024, both Kangana and Javed agreed to pursue mediation to resolve the issue. This is how, flimsy relationships in Bollywood are. Today they are friends, tomorrow they're enemies, back to being friends again the next day. All for money and property, while good people struggle in legal battles. Very well said. Modi ji is used to handling the Indian, says JJ. Well, yeah. I like Zelensky is fighting for his country. Yeah, good for you. My Kumbhira has no stand of her own. Yes, absolutely. So now back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, so Kangana, has patched up with Javed Akhtar. Now it is quite clear that ever since she has become part of the BJP, and she contested for the Mandi Lok Sabha, and she was successful. And so now that she has the political backing, and now she knows that she has to act diplomatically because she's part of the BJP, and she has to make peace with each and everyone in Bollywood. Before she was part of the BJP, she used to attack each and every Bollywood actor, especially the likes of Hrithik Roshan and many others. But now, it seems that she has forgotten all that because she has gotten each and everything, and she does not want to lose out on opportunities and everything. So that is the reason why she is pleasing each and everyone right now. And she has forgotten. She stood very firmly with the SSR cause when it happened. But now you can see what has happened. She has forgotten all that. And even the likes of mainstream television of Republic TV has also forgotten the Saif Ali Khan case or the SSR case. And they only report when it is convenient for them, right? They don't get down.
In fact, Jaydev, see, the
Yeah,
very shocking thing is that there is no anti reports against any of the Bollywood people. I don't know how they are controlling. So what is happening is people are saying, this movie, Sambhaji's movie, it's so good, and it's all about history. Okay, it's all about history. But if you look at the way Vicky is acting in whatever trailer we are seeing, he can't act for nuts. He can't even walk. And then what they do is, because he can't walk, they show him in slow motion, and they say he's walking like a lion. If you put all of us in slow motion, we will look like every form of animals that can fight, right? So the way they have bought the complete PR and the media world is absolutely humiliating. There is nothing that you can believe now that is written in mainstream media or on channels. So JJ says this is nothing but survival instinct. Exactly. That means that Bollywood is still controlling media as well as politicians. Exactly. So beautifully said, P. And also, please also understand, P, that blackmailing happens also equally. Whenever a person is forced to do certain things, politicians, I'm talking about politicians, it's mainly because these people are hounding them. Because, see, the culture is all of Vasuli, you know. And this has been proved by Paramveer Singh and all these Waze and all that. So if they are still, with that, what do you call that? They're still on that. Even though we have Devendra Fadnavis and Shinde and the other guy, Pawar, at the helm, this culture remains. Because nobody has the guts to, do what Trump did to Zelensky today. If there was somebody like Trump in Maharashtra, all these people would not even exist, isn't it? So, on this note, we end this session. Do join me live at 8:35, and we'll discuss, what happens when you lose your job and the kind of problems you face. And join in and tell us about your experience as well. Good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.
yeah, sure.